Now, before I hand over to PJ to take you on a journal of other Drupal implementations, I would just like to point out that Drupal is the #1 choice for major government websites such as Service New South Wales. It is an open source solution used by over 1 million implementations, 1 million. Developers have access to over 40,000 modules that can be used without a license fee. Our solution is implemented as an enterprise-grade hosted solution in AWS with managed security, managed updates, and managed backups. We have an Australian data residency, 24/7 monitoring, and most importantly, in these days of offshoring, we offer you an Australian-based help desk and support staff who pick up the phone and talk to you when you most need them. Over to you, PJ.
Thank you, Alan. Hopefully everyone can see my screen. My name is Philip Joseph. People call me PJ in the office, and I head the digital solutions team here at Symphony3. And at Symphony3, we bring together 3 powerful ingredients: Symphony3, Drupal, and SmartGlue to help councils compose simple, connected customer experiences. I think Alan mentioned previously, we've delivered over 100 different digital projects for councils right across Australia and New Zealand. Everything from corporate websites and digital forms and small service applications to full end-to-end integrations with Authority, Content Manager, and other enterprise systems. My team's focus is on the citizen experience layer, the part your residents actually see and use. Our goal is to make it fast, consistent, and connected, whether they're registering a pet, applying for a permit, or even paying a bill like you've just seen. And today I'll show you how councils are using this platform to build those experiences quickly and safely without months of custom work. We build on Drupal, the open source platform that's used by councils all over the world. So Melbourne City Council, City of Greater Bendigo, City of London, City of Dublin, even USA.gov runs on Drupal. And we think of it as a composable platform. So councils can assemble and evolve their own digital services using building blocks like web forms, workflows, integrations, rather than having to start from scratch each and every time. It's secure, it's open, and it's proven. It can connect safely with your core systems like Authority and Content Manager. But I think it's not just about putting up forms online. What we're doing is trying to build complete citizen journeys. So as an example, a resident should be able to submit a form on a forms platform. That submission flows straight into the right CRM category. It creates the right record in the right content container in Content Manager, and then it triggers a notification or a payment link through SmartGlue. So every step is configurable and reusable, meaning hopefully councils can create new online services in days and not months. And from here, I'll give you a bit of a showcase of the work that we've done with councils recently. So Alpine Shire Council, City of Greater Bendigo, Lismore City Council, Albury City Council, and Colac Otway Shire Council. Now, on to the showcase. I'm just going to take you through 2 corporate websites that we've built. One is Alpine Shire Council, so small Victorian council that everyone's heard of. We've put search front and center, so residents can find answers fast. The homepage uses the top tasks methodology by Jerry McGovern, and we've got clear cards for the most used services, so people can take action in one click. The navigation is clean and well structured in plain English, and it's also got a shallow information architecture, so you never get lost on the site. We built a component-based design system in Drupal, and you can plug in these service flows or integrations later without having to do a massive redesign. To talk about one neat feature that we have on this small council website, we've got the ability to just display how many days away your bin collection is. So no matter if it's your waste collection or your recycling day collection. So we've got a bit of a neat connection into the GIS system. Next is the City of Greater Bendigo's website. Again, search is front and center. It's a lot more content rich. We do use the same top task methodology here as well. And we've got a bit more of an expansive mega menu. We've got top tasks so here in the mega menu as well. With respect to search, we use a much more powerful Apache Solr search that has autocomplete. Along with autocomplete, you've got the faceted search that where people can search for different page type, document types, PDF categories. It's all very configurable. Another thing that we've done on the City of Greater Bendigo website is the request and payment section over here, where we try to bring together all of the different service links that you have for council. So these could be a request form or a payment form, and these request forms or payment forms can be sitting in Drupal, it could be sitting in Tech1, it could be sitting in ePathway, it can be sitting on any other system that you have, and all of this is just brought into one single request and payment screen over here. I'll move on to the next application that I'll show you. So for Lismore City Council, we've got three solutions that we've built just on the Drupal platform. Again, we've got it's based on registers. So we've got a cemetery register, we've got an animals register, and we've got a parking permits report section. So with the cemetery register, this is a register that pulls in information from the Civica Cemetery Register and gives residents essentially a search layer where residents can search against the cemetery records. We've then got an animal register where the local laws officer can manage all of the different information associated with the cat or dog that might be in the pound. And we just use Drupal content models for this. We can sort of set up the content type or the entity type just based on what the local laws officer needs. And you can even add a photo of the animal itself. We can also calculate the release fees and add the release information. The release fees can be calculated just based on whatever rules that you have. And finally, we have a parking permit register. So this is, again, an example where we've used Drupal to build small niche applications. For the parking permits report, you've got a form that we've built using the Drupal web form module as well. Just a tradesman's parking permit application over here with a bit of validation. The tradesperson gets to submit their application and they get a permit PDF that's issued to them. The local laws officer can log in with Active Directory and view the active permits just on the screen over here. Moving on, just quickly, we worked with Albury City Council to build the enterprise forms platform for them. This forms platform is used not only for public forms, it is also used for their staff forms as well. The public can either come to, or the residents can either come to this forms library to find and fill in their forms, or we've provided the ability to actually embed each of these forms into the different sites that council may run. So they might have the corporate website that they want to embed a form in. They might have a tourism website. You can build the form on the forms platform and then embed the forms directly into whichever site that you want to share it in. Along with the public forms, within the forms platform, Albury City Council also manage their staff forms. So to access the staff forms, they need to be logged in via SSO. Council have also worked on integrating every single one of the forms that they build back into Content Manager. With respect to the staff forms, users access it via Active Directory SSO, and you can even set up workflows that are connected to the Active Directory hierarchy. Now, the last example I'll just quickly take you through is the main submit a request form that Colac Otway Shire Council run. We've had this form running with Colac for the last 6 or 7 years. It's taken thousands of submissions along that time span, and it is the main request form that Colac use. And there's a few different pieces of integration that exist in this form you'll be interested to know. So the first piece of integration is with Civica CRM to pull in the categories and the subcategories for the actual requests. So if you click on rates, you've got your different rate related categories related to the CRM. The other piece of integration that we have over here is just with the GIS system to keep all of the addresses that the resident can choose against that particular request current, so that the addresses stay current. And once the form is then finally submitted, you can probably guess what happens. It goes straight into the right CRM category in Civica. Along with going to the right CRM category in Civica, it also goes into the right container in Content Manager. Along with that, it also sends a notification message to the customer or the resident, sorry, and it also sends a notification email to council as well. So those are the few applications that I wanted to show you. And that's me wrapping up. I guess, you've seen a few examples of how councils can compose connected services instead of commissioning sort of one-off projects. Drupal powers the experience, and SmartLoo connects the systems, and together they create what I'd like to call a composable citizen experience platform. So that's me. Thank you. Back to you, Ellen.
We have some questions, if you don't mind.
Yeah, go for it.
Just one or two, Julie.
Sorry?
Just one or two questions.
One or two, okay. Are all the Drupal sites, out of all the Drupal sites, can they integrate with Civica and other ERPs?
As long as it has a modern API, we can integrate with it.
Fantastic.
It doesn't matter.
The impound register,
Yep.
is it accessible via mobile device?
Yes. The local laws officer can log in with Microsoft, and it is everything that we build is mobile responsive, so it can be accessed via the
officers can use it on the go. That's
yes. Something that I haven't showed you is we have an impound register that we built for Colac Otway Shire Council many years ago. It actually shows a map of where all the animals and dogs are that are registered with council. It's very cool. The field officers actually use it. So maybe another time I'll be able to show that.
And have we implemented any of our solutions for customers using GovCMS?
We have not, but we'd be happy to have a look at that. I think I see a bit of a difference in what we build because we focus on the local government. I see GovCMS is a great distribution of Drupal, and I believe that's more catered towards state and federal government.
Okay, all right, fantastic. And do we have time for one more, Alan?
One more questions.
Okay. How does the ability to search records through a cemetery register and parking register protect people's personal information as per the Privacy Act?
The cemetery register is public information. So all of the cemetery records are, it's just public information. So the council can link to the cemetery register. I don't think there's privacy issues associated with that. With the parking permit reporting section is only accessible it's only accessible to local laws officers. We have connections into Active Directory groups, so only people in the parking permit access groups can actually view that information. It is not publicly accessible.